if you have a Nigerian passport and you want to know how you can obtain a visa to Jamaica, this is the channel. Stay with me. Now, the first thing that you need to do is to complete the visa application form. There is a visa application form. I'm going to find a way to include I'll find a way to include the link, where you can download the form. You need your passport data page. You need a passport photograph. It should be recent and then maybe taken on a plain background, preferably white. I think most embassies would go for white, so take one. You need your flight itinerary, and also you need proof of sufficient funds. Now, when I say flight itinerary, it doesn't mean you have to pay for it. You can actually generate one. The idea is that they just want to see how you're routing your trip. They just want to see an itinerary that shows that you depart on XYZ day and you return on a particular day. So you don't have to pay for it, but you need one. Then also you need your hotel accommodation. Go online, find a place where you want to stay. Most people who come to Jamaica on holiday, maybe like vacation, prefer to maybe like stay in all-inclusive resorts. Yes, they are pricey, but they are nice. So pick an accommodation that meets your budget. It doesn't have to be all-inclusive, but I'm telling you, the ideal vacation, that is what you probably get here, because it's not very easy to connect different parts of the country, or maybe different towns. So you want to stay where you would have major activities maybe taken care of, like the resorts usually would have everything that you need. So even if you're going out to explore, by the time you come back, you still have more to do in your hotel, in your resort, because there are numerous activities that they would have lined up for you. And then of course the food, you get to eat like you're on a cruise, like just non-stop. So pick a hotel. So we're going through the list again. It's a completed visa application form, a photocopy of your data page, a passport photo, flight itinerary, which you don't have to pay for, proof of sufficient funds, and the visa fee. Now, the visa fee is $20. You can either pay this money, include this money when you're making your submission, or like I did, you go pay directly in the bank. I would include the information to, normally the form, the visa application form would have the information regarding payments, which would be, either cash payments to their bank account. They do have a local bank account, like you pay the $20 there, and then you also can do it direct, transfer. But I find that the easiest thing is just go find $20 and then they go to the bank. I think I paid in GT Bank. No, sorry, I paid in Zenith. Is a Zenith Bank account. So you make payments to that account. Now, there are other documents that you require to support your application, but let's deal with the process. Now, once you have all your documents ready, you need to submit your application to the Jamaican High Commission in Abuja. I would include the address of the High Commission. I would also include other details, like maybe the phone number and their email address. They respond to email. So you would need to approach the embassy and submit your documents. Now, when you submit your documents, you're not required to submit your documents along with your passport. It's when your visa is approved that you will be sent an email informing you that your visa has been approved, and then you can send in your passport for stamping. It's that easy. So once you get the email, once you submit your document, you just need to wait for a decision. Now, the average processing time is 2 weeks. So just allow, 2 weeks before your trip. I think it's 10 working days. So just allow 2 weeks, before your trip. Just give enough time. Like I would say 3 weeks, I always recommend do 3 weeks, so you would, you allow time for approval and also for you to drop your passport and then get it back, especially if you have to go to Abuja to do so. Now, once you have received an email that your visa has been approved, then you will send in your passport. It is possible to get it same day, but they would stamp the visa on the passport. I would show you what the visa looks like is basically, it wasn't like the sticker stamp, it was just a stamp that they put on my passport. Now, it's that easy. It's a very easy process. Other than going there physically, there are other ways you can actually send your documents and passports via courier service, but you also want to include maybe like a return mail instruction. So once your passport or visa is stamped or your visa is approved, your passport will be picked up and then returned to you. So it's a very easy process. And then there are other things that you would need to include, which if you're employed, you would need like an introduction letter from your employer. Maybe the introduction letter should just state that yes, you're going on vacation or for whatever reason you're going for, and it should state how long you're going to spend there, and then it should also state, you know, when you would be coming back home. Also, if you're a business owner, you need to include evidence that yes, you own a business. Include bank statements showing that yes, this business belongs to you. It's a going concern. And then you also need to maybe like attach documents proving that yes, you own that business. In terms of the timing, they require like 6 months bank statement, so you can include your bank statement just showing, you know, income inflow and outflow. And I mentioned that your hotel accommodation, you must have a hotel reservation. You don't have to pay for it. You just need to show that it is, you know, confirmed, as in you have that reservation. And also, if you have a transit visa, it would also help. Like, what I mean by that is that if you're, for example, if you're going to be traveling to Jamaica from a second destination, like I came to Jamaica from the US, you know, so my ticket, you know, to Jamaica was from, you know, Houston, Texas. So once I showed an itinerary that I was coming from the US to Jamaica, then it was also important for me to include my US visa, just showing that I am authorized to be in the US. So if you have any transit visa, you want to also include it, just so it will just make everything smooth. Because if you're saying you're going from the UK and then you don't have anything showing that, okay, you already have a visa to be able to access or an authorization to be in the US. So if you do have a transit visa, include it there just to speed up things. If you're invited, if you have an invitation from a friend or from anyone, you know, you want to include that, but it's not necessary. You know, you can just book your hotel, and that would like I just had a hotel reservation. And then you might also want to include a cover letter. Like I always encourage people to include a cover letter, just, you know, it's the way I'm always able to marry all my documents together. Just tell them why you want to go, who you are, what you do, where you live, why you want to go, how long you're going to spend. Basically, include a cover letter, just introducing yourself, talking about your trip. It's short on one page, and, you know, include it as part of your supporting documents. It makes you look serious. Another requirement was the proof of your address. So you need a utility bill. You need to attach a utility bill, you know, as proof of evidence of where you reside. So of course, there are other requirements. If it's for business, you would find that information in the form. What you need to do, you need to include documents that prove whatever business you're going to engaging. Now, when you use a proxy, when you use maybe send your documents through someone, or maybe you're sending someone to pick up your passport, you need to give them a letter of authorization, authorizing them to pick up your passport. And then of course you also want to include whoever is going with the letter should also include a copy of your passport data page, just for ease of access to whatever information. So obtaining Jamaican visa is a very simple process. All you need to do is gather your documents, you know, which I have mentioned, and I will also list it on the screen so you can see. Submit it to the embassy. Once it's approved, you will get an email stating that your visa has been approved. And after then, you can send in your passport to the embassy, and then they would stamp your passport, and that's it. Usually, mine was granted. It was a single entry visa that was granted, you know, for 3 months. So it means I had 3 months to actually use the passport and use the visa. And of course, here I am. I'm right now in Montego Bay in Jamaica, and it's really, really nice. There's so much I'm going to show you. So watch this video and then also find out about my experience in Jamaica, because if you want to come here, then you definitely want to know the things that you should do or should not do when you're here. And of course, I bring you the best and the best. So if you have any question, I'm going to take questions, I'm going to respond to them. So leave your comment here, share with someone who wants to know, because I had a tough time trying to figure out how to get a visa, and boom, I got it. And then of course I need to tell you how to, because that's what I do. Have a good day. Bye.